Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News on Northern Ag TV. Well, starting off today, I ask that you join with me in a brief moment of silence as we remember those American lives that were lost on this tragic day 23 years ago. Thank you. And an even bigger thank you to those first responders and those who put their lives on the line, and not only to those that did it that day, but all over the country and still keep doing it today, and also for those unsung heroes on United Flight 93 and the men and women who also stepped up to defend the country of our armed forces. This ag industry would not be able to be what they are without the courage of our strong military men and women, both past and present. So a big thank you to all those on this very important day. Well, shifting into our ag news today, the Heaton family is gearing up for the 6th annual Calves DMD fundraiser. That, of course, is the all-class cattle auction at Billings Livestock on September 19th that raises money for finding a cure to the Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which Paul Heaton's boy Grant unfortunately was born with. The disease, as you may know, breaks down young boys' muscles and leads to shortened lifespans and wheelchair life for those by teenage years. However, Heaton told me and the Nonstop Locals, John Martin, the sale is not just to raise money, but also to raise awareness of the medical advancements.
There's still a lot of education to do. And that's a good thing about this sale, and what we're doing is we can educate people on what it is and how it works. And there's been a lot of research done. There's no cure, there's no treatment been found. But in the last 6 years, there's been, I would say, half a dozen clinical trials that have got to stage 3 and either ended, and there's a couple of them that they're not a cure, but there might be a treatment that are about to be approved by the FDA that are coming out. So we're letting people know about that.
Now, as mentioned, that all-class cattle auction's happening at BLS a week from tomorrow, and producers can donate any amount or any portion of their check from selling their livestock to the Calves DMD fundraiser, along with other monetary donations being accepted and also some raffles being offered at the sale that day as well. Now, speaking of the calendar, Montana's Department of Revenue is staying busy right now with over a dozen property tax town hall meetings this month and next. Montana Department of Revenue Director Brandon Beatty told me the meetings are not meant just to offer everyone a chance to ask those questions regarding property taxes, but also for some more one-on-ones in general.
But anymore, it doesn't take many pieces of equipment to exceed $1 million in value. So property taxes do affect farmers and ranchers, even if it may be less dramatic than the huge spike in residential property taxes like we've seen in some places across Montana.
Now, the town hall meeting will be in Libby today and Kalispell on Thursday. Then they'll all reconvene on the 24th in Butte, Billings, Belgrade, and Great Falls. Speaking of the travels across the Treasure State, a good portion of our team's going to be on the road as the Northern Ag is going to be celebrating that For the Farmers Harvest Tour. Of course, we'll be in Richland County tomorrow to deliver breakfasts and lunches and cold drinks before kicking off that live broadcast at the market in Sydney from 12 to 2 with brats on the Barbie and prize giveaways and much more. We do hope to see everyone there, and be sure to stay tuned with us as we'll bring you updates from Richland County, talking to some of those producers as well. Well, that's all for our ag news right now, but join me back here in a short bit and we'll take a look at your ag markets.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Welcome back, friends, to your ag news and your markets. Well, routine brucellosis surveillance testing has identified a brucellosis-affected cattle herd in Park County, Wyoming. Luckily, the affected cattle herd was quarantined following the confirmation of the test results, and No contact herd quarantines are also anticipated for other herds. Now, because that owners followed the protocol of testing prior to leaving the designated surveillance area, Wyoming will be able to keep their brucellosis-free status, and Wyoming State Veterinarian Dr. Hazel said the tireless attention to the brucellosis mitigation and testing by Wyoming producers is vital to maintaining Wyoming's brucellosis-free status, which in turn ensures their profitable Wyoming cattle exports. And cattle futures did have their day yesterday as they were riddled with uneven trading habits. During the session, feeder cattle futures saw triple-digit gains or rode to just minimal moves. Live cattle trade, on the other hand, did not follow Monday's higher trend, meaning that there's still a $5 discount on the board and the negotiated sales, which could lead to softer packer bids today or tomorrow when they do get established. Of course, the fall run of cattle in the sale barns is about to take center stage. However, there are a couple more sale barns, or sale video auctions, I should say, to get through before we get to that time. For Cattle Country Video Auction, they're going to be hosting their Frontier Fall Roundup tomorrow with nearly 20,000 head offered, while Northern Livestock Video Auction, they're going to be holding their Fall Premiere Sale on Monday with 14,000 head of cattle offered. And of course, this week is known to all by Sheep Week because there's several ram sales in full swing. For Wyoming wool growers, their 96th annual ram sale saw some producers not afraid to hold out on the higher prices, while some rams had no problem themselves getting into that $2,000 to $3,000 per head prices. Of course, today is going to be the 11th annual Montana Youth Sale, and the 99th annual Montana Ram Sale will kick off tomorrow. When we look at the grain markets, it was a mixed bag yesterday, with wheat futures leading the charge higher and soybeans seeing the largest sell-off. For today, trade's likely going to be position taking by the traders as the USDA is set to release the latest World Ag Supply and Demand Estimates report as of tomorrow. Well, that's all for ag markets and ag news. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.